I fixed my sleep without supplements, and this is how. You see, when I came back from Iraq and I was stationed in Germany, I only slept about 2 hours a night. It was horrible. I could not seem to get rest. And I just thought that was normal and I was going to have to deal with it. I tried so many things. Back then, melatonin wasn't really a big thing. So I tried different things. I tried herbs. I tried supplements. I tried all sorts of things, and it just wouldn't work. But one thing I found to work was so crazy, I didn't think that it was going to work, honestly. But when I found this technology, it was phenomenal. And it's a technology, but it's also something that you can do just on your own. But to have it in your bed is just incredibly amazing. It's called grounding. That's right, grounding. You may have heard of this before, just touching the dirt. But it's extremely important, and I think people take it for granted. Not just touching the dirt with your hands, but touching the dirt with your feet and just getting grounded. Now, there's some science around this, right? The earth actually releases negative ions in the form of hydrogen ions, actually. And they're so small that they can travel through electrical currents. Well, your body is usually positive, right? So it attracts those negative ions. And when it attracts those negative ions, it pulls. So we're electrical beings. So when we touch, if you try to put your finger in a light socket, you will get shocked, right? We are electrical beings. So when you touch the earth, these hydrogen ions that the earth is giving off actually travel through your body. It's extremely important for inflammation, but also dropping the static electricity that we build up from devices and all this electromagnetic activity around us constantly. We build up this static electricity. If you don't believe me, rub your hair. See my hair sticking up right there. That is a form of electrostatic. So you want to ground yourself and drop all of that. Your blood starts to decoagulate, so it starts to move fluidly again. Your headaches can go away. This is actually one of the bigger issues is having all your blood flow restricted for headaches. Other than that, there is also another reason for headaches, and it has to do with hydration, but that's on another video. This is all focused on grounding, getting to the dirt, getting your hands in the dirt, but not just that. There are technologies out there now. I started off before all these technologies were born. When I found out about grounding, I decided I would wrap a copper wire around my ankle, run it out my window into a grounding rod. I lived on the second floor, so I ran it all the way down to the ground and ran a grounding rod into the ground and attached that there. So I was grounded to the earth while I slept. Now, yes, copper, it started to make my leg, that little ring around my leg turn green. But it was so amazing. The first night I slept grounded, I slept 6 hours. I went from 2 hours, maybe a night, for 6 months to sleeping 6 hours just like that. And it was amazing. I remember the feeling of waking up when it was actually sunlight out, and I just could not believe it. I could not stay asleep. Well, that really did it. That did it. For me, it was phenomenal. And then I took it one step further after that, which was getting into the circadian rhythms of the earth. So that's also for another video, but grounding is a wonderful technology. Now they have grounding sheets. They have silver wire that is woven into it, and you can plug it into the grounding outlet of your home. That third prong is a ground, right? You can do that, and they also have grounding pads. They have them for your laptop or your keyboard. They have different pads. They have them for the floor. You can put it on the floor at your desk and stay grounded that way as well. They have all sorts of them, and I believe it's grounding.com or earthgroundsomething.com. But check it out. The technology's out there. Just look up grounding mats and grounding sheets and you'll find it. They're on Amazon. They're everywhere. So, but back in the day, I did not have that option. So I just tied a copper wire around me. But it works so phenomenally. Y'all, it is one of the most underrated technologies out there that I have seen. So y'all get grounded to the earth and come join us on school for our course, and like and subscribe on YouTube so you can see more content like this pop up. Catch you later.